So good day everyone. We are now on the part 2 of the topic short-term budgeting. So let's continue our lecture with the illustration number 2. In illustration number 2, it has something to do with cash receipts budget, purchases budget, cash disbursement, and selling and admin expenses. And the last is cash budget. So pasunod po ito sila lahat class. Therefore, we need to get the cash receipts budget first, then after that the purchases, the cash disbursement, and the selling and admin before we could get the final cash budget. Okay, so this is somewhat difficult and complex as compared to the part 1 of the short budgeting topic. So may I request everyone to pay attention with the explanation. Okay? So much better if you have with you your calculators for that so that masabayan niyo po yung discussion. So for our illustration number 2, XYZ Store seeks your assistance to develop cash and other budget information for May, June, and July. So at April 30, the company had a cash of 5,500. Ito yung mga beginning balances nila, class. Accounts receivable of 437,000, inventories of 309,400, and accounts payable of 133,055. So we are now going to make first the cash receipts budget. So ito po yung itsura ng cash receipts budget natin. So paano ba siya gagawin? Okay, so we need to base it in our sales. Now, so the budget is based on the following assumptions. Each month's sales are billed on the last day of the month. So kung ngayong month siya, magbibill siya sa last day or month end. The customers are allowed 3% discount if the payment is made within 10 days after the billing date. So magkakaroon sila ng discount. And now to add more information, 60% of the billings are collected within the discount period, meaning of the total sales, 60% ang nag-avail ng discount. Therefore, hindi 100% payment ang makukuha natin dito, kundi 97%. Bakit? Kasi nga may discount na 3%. So mamaya, malalaman natin kung bakit 97. Okay? Aside from that, 25% are collected by the end of the month, meaning hindi sila nakakuha ng discount, and 9% are collected at the end of the second month, meaning kung ngayong month to siya, okay, the sales, ang 9% is makokolekta next month pa. So that's how we understand that. So, ayan, so let's begin with the May. So ang May, wait lang. So I have a little bit of error here. So sa May, before natin to siya answeran, let us now move on to the April 1st. Okay, para ma-understand mo to. Bakit may nasama si March? Okay, April muna tayo. So according to the sales information, okay, ang sales pala natin is andito. Okay, so for April, the sales is 363. So of the 363, 60% of the billings are collected within the discount period. Kaya we have this 363,000 times 60%. Now, among the 60%, magkano nga ang nakuha natin na collection? That's not 100%, kundi 97%. It's because we availed 3% discount. Okay? So therefore, 363,000 times 60% times 97%. So we could get 201,266. So tapos na yan. So now, the second one, 25% are collected by the end of the month. So end of the month of May. So 363 times 25%, wala nang 0.97 kasi nga wala naman tayong nakuha na o hindi na sila naka-avail ng discount. So 90,750 could be get through 363,000 times 25%. So tapos na natin yung isolve. And then the 6% ay okay, the 9% are collected by the end of the second month. Okay, 9%. So 363,000 times 9%. Makakolekta ba siya by May? No. Therefore, by the end of the second month, therefore, kapag sales ito ng May, ang 9% ng sale ng May is makokolekta June. Kaya dito tayo maglalagay ng collection sa June. 363,000 times 9%, it's equal to 32,670. Kaya, meron tayo ditong collections for March. Kasi, ang 9% na collections for the sales of March is makokolekta siya by the end of the second month. So, May is the next month to March, diba? Okay, so May. So by the end of the May, makokolekta natin yung 9% of the sales ng March. This is why 354 yung sales ng March times 9%, that's equal to 31,860. Okay, so tapos na yan. Okay, lagyan lang muna natin ng markings para alam natin na tapos na natin yung na-solve. For May, the May sales is 357. We will do the same process pa din. Okay, so 357,000 times 60% times 97. Since sabi dito sa assumptions, okay, 60% will be collected within the discount period. Okay, 6 times 60 times 97%, that's 207,774. Okay, for the 25% of the sale, it will be collected by the end of the month of June. So 357,000 times 25%, that's 89,250. So ito tapos na natin ma-solve. Lagyan natin ng markings. Again, itong sales na to, if you are still wondering, nakuha natin to dito. Okay, ayun no, sa May na tayo. Therefore, ang sales is 357,000. Okay? So, just be mindful of kung nasaan na tayo. So, the 9% of the 357,000 na sales galing kay May will not be collected sa natin, kundi sa June. Okay. April, May, and May. Okay. So, 357,000 times 9%, that's 32,130. Okay. Ayun. Second month. End of the second month. Okay. So, tapos na yan. Okay. Okay, so for June, the sales here is, okay, 342. Ayan. So 342 times 60% times 97 pa din kasi 60% of the sales ng June nakaka-avail ng discount. So that's 199,044. Okay, then the 25% is collected after the end of the month of sale. That's 342,000 times 25%. So that's 85,500. Okay, so for this situation, we are just going to make a cash receipts budget on the periods of May, June, and July. So therefore, the cash receipts for the period of May is 333. Add mo lang to lahat. While sa June, 329, and July is 316. Okay, delete natin yung markings. We are now done with the cash receipts budget. So let's proceed with the purchases budget. So for the purchases budget, dito, i-identify natin kung magkano ba yung amount ng ipo-purchase natin. Okay, this is now the schedule of your purchases budget, and the figures are also based on the assumptions. Okay, so the expected sales, saan ko ba ito kinuha? Now here, the actual and projected sales are as follows. So for the month of May, kasi May, June, July ang figures natin, for the month of May, the expected sales is 11,900 units. For June is 11,400, and for July is 12,000. Now we are going to add the desired ending inventory. Okay, kasi December 31 yan. So, tingnan natin muna kung meron bang assumptions doon, okay, as to the computation kasi hindi tayo binigyan ng further figures. So, for the purchases, 54% of all the purchases of materials and selling and admin are paid from the month purchase and the remainder in the following month. Meaning, kapag May yan siya na purchases, ang 54% of the purchases during May will be paid, and then the remainder will be paid next month. Okay, so that's how you analyze that. Second assumption, each month's units of ending inventory is equal to 130% of the next month's unit of sales. So therefore, for us to get this one, desired ending inventory, lagyan muna natin ng markings, is 130% based on next month. Kung May ang ano natin, May ang kukunan natin ng desired ending inventory, magbe-base tayo sa June kasi next month's, okay, unit of sale. Kaya meron tayo ditong solving below. For March, since March ito, ang magiging base natin for the unit is yung April. Okay? Ayan, 12,100 times 130%, that's 15. So for April, gagamitin natin as base si May. Okay? Kasi next month man ang kanyang magiging basihan. So ganito yan. Ito yung magiging mahirap when you do the budgeting, solving, kasi nga you need to be logical and you need to understand what is the assumption or what are the assumption para hindi ka mamali sa pag-apply mo doon sa solution. Okay, so April we are going to use the May units, so 11,900 times 130%. For May, we are using the June figures, 11,400 times 130,000. Again, kasi nga, it is based on the assumption that the ending inventory is equal to 130% of the next month's unit sales. Ayan. And for July, we are going to use the August, which is 12,200 times 130%. That is 15,860. Kaya ang for May, 14. Ito. For June, 15,600. For July is 15,860. So add them all together to get the total. 26 kay May, 27 kay June, at 27.8 kay July. Now, less natin yung expected inventory on January 1. Okay, May. So we are going to use, kapag May, yung ending inventory natin, so our beginning inventory is the last month's, okay, ending inventory. Now, May man ito. So, ano yung last month before? Ano yung month before May? Okay. So, ayan, April. So, April is 14,470. Okay. For June, ano yung magiging, ano yung last month? Month before June? That is May. So, the May here is 14,820. Ayun. For July, ano yung month before July? June. So, hanapin natin yung June. 15,600. So, that's how you get your expected inventory. So, ayun, we need to be logical ha. And yung critical thinking natin must be present in solving this one. So, after getting the total, less natin yung expected beginning inventory. So, we could get our purchases and units. That's 11,250 for May. 12,180 for June, and 12,260 for July. Now, the unit cost. Asan ba yung unit cost? Ito, number 3 information, the cost of each unit of inventory is 20 pesos. So, multiply each by 20 pesos, then you could get the total purchase cost. Meaning, ito yung magiging budget natin for the purchases of May, June, and July. Okay? Ayun, may error lang. 225 for May, 243.6 for June, 245,200 for July. Okay? I hope nakakasabay. So we are now on the cash disbursement budget. Okay, this is now the sample of your cash disbursement budget. Okay, the cash disbursement budget is based on your total purchase cost. Tingnan mo, sa May, diba, the May is 225, so the purchase of May is 225 also. Ayan. Okay, for June, 243. The purchase cost of June or disbursement is 243 also. For July, 245. Ayun, 245 din dito. Okay, so sir, meron pala tayong nilagay dito na A for April. Okay, tingnan muna natin yung assumption kung bakit may April dyan. Okay, baka may assumption doon sa pagbayad ng purchases. Okay. Actually, nabasa natin siya kanina. Ito yung assumption number 1. 54% of all the purchases of materials and selling and admin expenses are paid in the month purchase and the remainder in the following month. Therefore, sa month of May, meron tayong marireceive na disbursement sa remainder ng purchases ng April, which is 46%. Kasi 54 man yung magbabayad in the year of the purchase. Therefore, wala man tayong April na purchases budget, sir. So, gagawa tayo since we have this figure naman. Okay, so eto na. For the expected sales, that's 12,100. Saan natin yung kinuha, sir? Dito pa din sa given. Ayun, no? For April, 12,100. Huwag kayong mawala. Desired ending inventory for April. So, andyan. Ito, 15,470. Ayan, lagay natin dito. The total, add natin. That's 27,570. Then, the expected beginning inventory. So, ano yung month before April? March. Kaya, 15,730 ang ilalagay natin dito. Deduct natin, that's 11,840 multiply by 20. Therefore, the total purchase cost for the month of April is 236,800. Now, after that, lagay natin dito. So, 56%, 54% will be paid during the month of April, while the 46% of the month of April will be paid next month. That is why, ang computation natin for April is 236,800. Okay, sobra ng 0. Times 46%. Therefore, 108,928 pesos will be paid during the May. So, for May disbursement, ang May natin is 225. 54% mababayad during May, while the 46%, okay, madi-disburse during June. So, 225 times 54, that's 121,500. 225 times 46%, mababayaran niya next month, kaya ilalagay natin siya sa June. For the June naman, ang disbursement is 243,600. Same process pa din, the 54% of this amount will be paid during the month of purchase. That's 131,544. While the 46 remainder will be paid next month, which is July. 243 times 46 times 112.56. For July, okay, 245, 200 for July, 54 will be paid during the month of purchase. That's why we have 132 disbursements. So, ayun, then the remaining 46% will be paid August. Since ang ginagawa lang naman natin, kinukuha nating budget for the month of May, June, and July. So, yan lang ko consider natin. So, yung total purchases natin for the month of May is 230. For the month of June is 235. And for the month of July is 244. Okay, so that's how you get your cash disbursement. Now, doon tayo sa selling and admin. Selling and admin, okay, same lang sila. Ayan, no? 54% of all the purchases of materials and selling and admin expenses are paid in the month purchase. But now, how will we identify the selling and admin? Okay, ito. Selling and admin expenses are equal to 15% of the current month's sales. So, ito yung sales. So, mag-multiply lang tayo ng 15% dyan. And out of the 15%, 54% will be paid during the month of purchase or during the month of incurrence, and the 46% will be paid next month. Same pa din sila ng assumption ng purchases. So, April has a sales of 363. Mag-multiply tayo kasi based sa assumption, 15% daw ng sales na yan is selling and admin. So, 15% times 46 kasi April ito na selling and admin. So, 54, nabayaran na noong April. Ang 46, mababayaran ngayong May. Kaya andito siya. Ayan. Okay, I think I hope nakakasunod pa ha. Ayan. For the month of May, so, ang May is 357 ang sales projection. 15% of that, okay, will be our selling and admin. 15 times 54% that will be paid during the May, and the 46% of the 15% of 357 will be paid during June. Ayan. For the month of June, okay, how much will be the sales production of June? 342. 15% of that will be our selling and admin, kaya meron tayong 15%, times 54%, which will be paid during the month of June. That's 27,702. While the other 46% will be paid on July. Okay, so for July na tayo, 360 po ang magiging sales in pesos niya times the 15% times 54, which will be paid during the month of incurrence. That is why 29,160. So add them all together. Ito yung magiging purchases natin for selling and admin for May, June, and July. Okay? So that's how you get your selling and admin budget. Now we are now on the final, which is the cash budget. Now, in the cash budget, lahat ng receipts and disbursements natin ilalagay natin dito. So in the problem, we have a beginning balance of, ano bang beginning balance natin? 5,500. Okay? So ilalagay natin siya dito as 5,500 plus the cash receipts. Ang cash receipts is yung nakolekta natin. Saan ba natin yan nakuha? Okay, scroll natin pataas. Ito yung cash receipts natin. Ayan. So lahat ng figures natin dito, ita-transfer natin doon. For month of May, June, and July. Okay, so that is the total cash available. Sir, saan napunta yung 54 and 97? Mamaya, okay? Babalikan natin to. Kasi, beginning eh. Kung ano yung balance ng May, mapupunta dito. Kung ano yung balance ng June, mapupunta din dito. Ayan. Okay, binigay ko na ang reason ha. So, that's beginning. Then, add natin yung cash disbursements. Ang cash disbursements natin is yung sa purchases natin at saka selling and admin expenses. So, ang selling and admin expenses natin is ito. Ilalagay natin yan doon. At saka yung for the purchases, ito. Okay? So, ayan. Total natin yan, dalawa. 284 for May, 287 for June, and 297 for July. Okay? So, total cash available less total cash needed, it will become our ending cash balance. Okay, long spelling tayo sa balance. Okay, ayan. So therefore, our ending cash balance for May is 54, which will be forwarded at the beginning balance of June. The ending cash balance of June will be forwarded as beginning balance of July. So that's how you will create your budget. And that is the topic all about for short-term budgeting. So I hope na although this is somewhat very hard topic, but I hope this video help you to make your short-term budgeting. So see you next meeting for our next video tutorial.